see if the volume is up. Okay. So, this is my new platform. My bad. Um, Basically, it's where I've been working from anyway. Um, this is like a repeated subject, just a new person, just a new um, artist, about to make it and about to make it out, and he get cut down before he's able to get out. And I do understand from the Vladtv interview um, why Duck didn't want to leave right away. Because you feel comfortable, in your own city. Not comfortable from violence, but you just know the streets. You grew up, you ran around and stuff like that. So if you go someplace else, basically you're probably gonna be feeling like homesick. So okay, so now I made it. I moved away. I'm in some quiet suburban town somewhere in another state, and I'm lonely. You understand what I'm saying? So um, and then, like his mother said on Vlad TV, is that he had so many people, like 100 grandkids or whatever. He had so many brothers and sisters and nephews and stuff, such a big family that he was representing for, that I think maybe it might have gave him a false sense of security in Chicago, that he had such, big family and stuff like that. That could be one thing. Um, and, when you're in that type of lifestyle and you decide, I want to get out of this, I want to clean up, Chicago, I want to clean up my community. Not everybody want to clean up the community because they controlling the community. So while you thinking that you're doing something good and you're doing something positive for the community, um, there's certain people, like the older people, the mothers with kids and grandmothers, and the women and all of that stuff, and for the safety of the little kids and stuff like that, that will be with you. But then you have other people that control the community, that's, I guess, involved with gangs, and this is their turf, and other gangs have their turf, so they have to be here to and keep things established within the community that way, or else your community is going to be weakened, and another crew from another neighborhood is going to come and walk over your community. So it's crazy what we got ourselves into, um, because it seemed like we can't get ourselves out of it. So um, I don't know. I haven't been doing, because I've been working, so I haven't been doing posting or going live or posting a whole bunch of videos or anything like that. I plan on um, doing this on a regular basis. I don't always feel comfortable with talking about different situations, mainly when it involves with gang activity, or things that's still open in the air out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, this situation could lead to retaliation, or somebody else getting hurt or killed or something like that, or going to jail or whatever the situation is. So I don't really like to talk about it. But what makes me dove into it is, you know, okay, FBG Duck was a rising um, rapper, that he didn't leave his community yet. He might have had enough money to go ahead and leave, but I guess everything wasn't together yet. He wasn't ready yet. But what about all the other little guys that their names ain't big, that's constantly getting killed every night in Chicago? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that FBG Duck's mother was right, with the fact that she said she don't really want to retaliate. She don't want nobody to retaliate. She want to cut down the gang activity. She want to cut down on the killings and all the shootings and stuff like that. So she have a big job ahead of her. Um, I'm quite sure if other mothers and grandmothers that's raising these kids, because we don't carry a baby for 9 months and give birth and go through all that labor to want somebody to go and kill our child. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like crazy. And then the thing about it is that the guys is getting killed like what, in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's too young. you know um to go, unless you know somebody knows something that I don't know about. The afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go into another dimension and you're going to live even in another situation, or whatever the situation is. Like, somebody knows something I don't know. Like, where's what do they think is going down? You know what I'm saying? What do they think that they're doing? Helping each other get to another dimension or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you just like ending people's lives without a care. And most of the time, the opposition laugh at the situation, which is really not a funny situation. Because, like I said, his mother said there's so many kids in his family, so many siblings he have, like 100 grandkids. It's like a lot of people was probably depending on his success in life, which, maybe they will or maybe they won't have another successful artist in their family. But even if that person coming up is rapping, they're going to be end up caught up in this type of situation. So I don't understand why the music industry would keep allowing um, artists to come into the industry knowing that they affiliated with gang activity, and they might they're most likely going to end up in jail or end up dead. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand why the music industry continues to allow, unless they don't care. Like you say, Black Lives Matter, but then, everybody running to sign get in the music industry and sign a contract, and the contract is like, okay, you're signing the contract, but you might be signing your life away because you know what's up with the hip hop, you know, community. Is gang affiliated. It's a lot of danger to it. You go to other cities. You gotta check in. You know what I'm saying? If you, a lot of men is trying to, you know, stand their ground where it's like they feel like, oh no, I don't need to be checking in with everybody and stuff like that. It undermines they like gangster or whatever the situation to be checking in and going to other cities and stuff like that. And then in their own city, like Bootsy said, a lot of rappers get killed in their own city because people is jealous of their success. They don't want to see you get up and move on and leave them in, a struggle. And they don't want to see you move. So when they see that success starting to happen, they cut you down. You know what I'm saying? So the way FBG Duck felt about the other Chicago rappers that made it and left, he felt like that they were scared, is what he was saying on Vladtv. But, it's one thing to be scared, and it's another thing to be smart. You understand what I'm saying? And it's another thing to, love yourself. All you have to really do is love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you say, well, I got the money, I'm up out of here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, um, what I consider fun and chilling in the front of the building, chilling on the corner with my friends and drinking, and you just can't do that no more if you chose to be a celebrity. And people think that, oh, choose to become a celebrity, you could just like roam around anywhere. No, basically you have to be hiding, you have to be locked in. You know what I'm saying? You can't just walk out to the in the streets like everybody else and just go to the store and come back. You know what I'm saying? Because you got you know um, people that's jealous of you, and then you might have like fans, that just want to get at you or whatever the situation is. Some of the fans be violent. You know what I'm saying? People that like your music be violent at you too. And then you got your ops and stuff like that. If you gang affiliated or you down with a company organization that's gang affiliated, now you have ops that's not even only your ops, but whoever you affiliated with, their ops become your ops, and you just in a whirlwind whirlwind of mess. So when you get these riches, when you get your money and stuff, you can't relax. How you gonna relax now? Okay, I've been rapping good. I've been putting in all of this work. I've been putting together and picking these beats and rapping and practicing and rehearsing and doing all of this stuff and putting out albums, mixtapes, or whatever you have to do, uh, traveling and doing shows and holding down my crew and employing people, and you know what I'm saying, and you did all of that hard work for everything to be boiled down to, you know, for you to be cut down out of, jealousy or out of diss records. You know what I'm saying? If your life is not cut short, you might end up like Kodak Black, where oh, I'm trying to protect myself, so I'm carrying guns, and I got to keep a gun with me no matter what the law say. I'm just trying to, I done beefed with, big, niggas that's big in the street or whatever the situation is. Now I gotta carry illegally to protect myself regardless of what, you know what I'm saying, and get busted with the gun while you're traveling on the road and end up in jail, and I mean, we need a different subject to talk about. We need to talk about, we need to rap about something different from the gangster life, you know what I'm saying, shooting somebody, shooting a gun, and you know how tough you is and what you could do, because we all bleed. I look at Biggie and Tupac as um can a nigga catch up with me? If they could have catch up with Biggie and Tupac, they could catch up with anybody. You understand what I'm saying? Because Biggie and Tupac should have been the most protected rappers out there. Okay, I don't want to make this video real long. I want y'all to like and subscribe if you want to hear more from me, because if I don't get viewers, or you know what I'm saying, y'all not liking and subscribing, y'all telling me that y'all don't want to hear my point of view anymore. So like, subscribe, or hit the notification bell, or do what you got to do so that I can stay consistent. And shout out to all of the YouTubers that stay consistent, because it's kind of like a hard thing to do, to take care of your family. And if you have other jobs, which you should, if you have a business, you know what I'm saying, what you should, you know what I'm saying, you should have multiple sources of income going for yourself. And it's kind of hard to just jump up in the camera and basically you delving into other people's business to um, present your point of view about the situation, and without getting yourself involved. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm a neutral person. I don't join Bloods or Crips or anything like that. I don't get involved with gangs. I'm an older person now. My street days, is kind of like behind me. You know what I'm saying? So like right now, I'm a real estate broker and a music producer. So I'll be trying to get these beats together and learn how to put these beats together and post production, maybe some um, film production or some stuff like that. I have a bachelor's degree in that. And I feel like, but I did start out, I'm the Duchess. I did start out doing stage shows, rapping, running out there to Brooklyn, and, get my craft together and doing a few stage shows and stuff like that. But as I was trying to get on, like it was so much violence going on. You know what I'm saying? The Biggie Tupac thing was going on. Lil Kim was running the show and Foxy Brown and all that stuff, and it was just like too much for me to say, well, let me get my life caught up in between that. You know what I'm saying? So I worked several regular jobs, and lo and behold, I find out that the jobs that I was working, from construction to opening up my own cleaning business and all of that stuff, I was making more money than some artists. Come to find out that that they was getting jerked by their record label or their management company or whoever they signed with. You know what I'm saying? Like TLC, they was getting pennies and stuff like that. I was like, wow, I was making more money than them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would advise, if you're an easy learner and you can do education, I would advise, most of our men and young ladies that's trying to get into rap, have something to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? Get an education, get a bachelor's degree, or get a trade skill like carpentry, or something that you can do. You'll probably be making more money than, trying to become a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, they try all their life to be an actor or rapper or whatever the situation is and never make it. Or they be putting out this music for years and years and, never catch. There's a whole bunch of people like that. So you don't want to just put all your eggs in one basket. You understand what I'm saying? You want to, you know, get some experience behind the scenes, just in case you feel like, I'm getting older now. I really don't want to deal with this. I don't want to end up in jail, or I don't want to end up dead, my family, my kids growing up without me helping them. You understand what I'm saying? So some of us need to just go ahead and open them books. You got Google now help you through school. Anything you question you need to ask, all you have to do is Google it, and you could Google your way through school. Even with the music industry, everybody don't have to be a rapper. You could produce music, like I did. I went to the school and got my bachelor's in music production. So, I'm still getting my little stuff together. I'm going to be posting my little instrumentals and stuff like that. But I really don't want to uh, be interacting with gang activity, and while I'm producing guns and all kind of stuff around me, while I'm trying to, concentrate on, making music. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's uncomfortable. So I could imagine how a lot of the hip hop producers feel when they have like the rappers and their crew, their entourage in the studio with them, waving guns in front of the camera. All of that stuff is dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? And we need to, if we say Black Lives Matter, it needs to matter to each other. You understand what I'm saying? We have to first care about each other. We have to first want to see each other rise and make it, so that person that made it could, help the next one up. You understand what I'm saying? It just seems like we don't want to help each other. And then even when it come down to business, from my own experience, we don't want to um, see each other. Like if a black person open up a store, other black people, don't want to go in there, or if they go in there, they're going to give them hell before they pull out their money. But if you go into anybody else's store, you go to the corner store, um, to the bodegas and all of that stuff like that, you're pulling out you're pulling out your money before you know what you want to buy. You want to prove to other nationalities that you have money. So as soon as you walk in the store, you pulling out your stash. You haven't even figured out what you wanted. But you go into a black store, you first little argument or little disagreement you get into with the owner, first little wrong thing you said, instead of working it out, you will boycott their store with the quickness, and see them shut down with the quickness. I know personally because it happened to me, with my first store, and just being one of the few black businesses in the community. I didn't have support. It was more like jealousy. They ran the gangs around me. They threw matches in my garbage can and almost burnt my place down. Put the garbage on fire and stuff like that. So, you know, we have to clean up in house first. That's what we have to do. We need to clean up in house first. And I just feel like with the hip hop industry, I feel like we lost control. Um, and the streets is running the hip hop genre. You know what I'm saying? And it's out of our control now. You know what I'm saying? And nobody really cares to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? It's like entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That the music industry, as far as the hip hop genre is concerned, it welcomes gang affiliation and violent lyrics in the music. Um, and it seemed like it's welcoming, our men, falling from being a celebrity with fans and excelling to a certain level just to drop down and end up locked up, or to drop down and fall off the earth, end up dead. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like it's part of the entertainment. Not only is the music entertaining us, but now we're looking for who's going to be the next to die, who's going to be the next to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? It's all mixing in with entertainment, with the music, and then even with the YouTubers. Okay, now we got something to talk about every day, so it's sort of like we're welcoming it, as part of our heritage, or whatever the situation is, that we strong in gang activity, and our men going to jail, and our men dying. And then the black woman, you know they say, oh, the black woman, oh, it's all tough and strong, and they want soft girls that's soft, and but we have to be tough, because we don't know if we have to play the mother and the father in the household. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how long our men is going to be around. Besides the fact that, soon as we get pregnant and we get a little heavier and out of shape, you know, our men want to go and get the younger woman now. They want to go get the single woman with no kids now, after you got us caught up with a baby. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that we have to look at our responsibilities. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever your responsibility is, you should honor it like you honor a contract. You sign a contract and they tell you gotta go here, you gotta go travel here and do a show here, you gotta be doing this and you gotta be doing that. If you get a woman pregnant, even though, she's not as attractive as when you first met her, yeah, but if you got her pregnant, her stomach blew up, she wasn't able to, lose all of that weight, or she had a second baby, or whatever the situation is, she getting older, heavier, can't get down, slim down to that slim weight, or whatever again, or get that body back right. It's because you helped her. You was part of the problem. She didn't get pregnant by herself. You know what I'm saying? She didn't get out of shape, by herself. You know what I'm saying? And our men is so critical towards us, but on the flip side, you know, women is not that particular about their man. Their man could be ugly, he could be skinny, he could be fat, he could be short, or he could be tall. Like all men, you know, um, have all of all men have women that like their type. You understand what I'm saying? Whether some young women, like older men, you know, because they're more mature. So even if a man is older, you understand what I'm saying, and a woman is over 18 or whatever the situation, she might not like guys her same age. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all have so much over us, and not only that, but white women and Spanish women like black men. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe because of their build or what have you, but you know you have such an advantage over us that you shouldn't um, um, leave us out. Basically, it just seemed like soon as you get on your feet, you want to do away with the black woman. You know what I'm saying? But just your mother. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't respect your mother in the family, then the family ain't gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? Any other nationality that you go to, you gotta go in there in that house and respect the mother. You gotta go in that house and respect the mother. So, um, and that's what holds the family and the community together. That one thing you say is that you protecting your woman and you protecting your kids. You understand what I'm saying? And don't come over here disrespecting, you know, my mother. You understand what I'm saying? She's the one that through her womb is giving birth and expanding the family. So that's who's supposed to be respected, and protected. You understand what I'm saying? And once you don't have that, and you're wondering why um, all the black on black violence is going on, it's because there's no respect uh, to the woman of the household. You understand what I'm saying? We can't even say nothing no more to y'all. The gang activity got us, scared away. We scared to say something. So I would say that with FBG, Duck's mother, a lot of people may look at her like and criticize her. Well, how you got so many kids that pass away or whatever? But she's a woman. Her sons got involved with something that we can't tell our kids what to do after a certain age. After like, the boys probably when they get like anywhere 14 to 18, they just be made up their mind in the streets or whatever the situation is, and anything over, 18 and stuff like that, they doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They doing what they feel like it's gonna be quick money, and they got the plan that they're gonna be successful and smart and smarter than the rest of the guys that went to jail or got killed. You understand what I'm saying? So people think that they're gonna beat the streets, but it's very hard. It's very hard to do that. It would be easier for you to just buckle down and get a education, get a bachelor's, a master's degree. You know what it take for a bachelor's, like 4 years, another 2 year or two for a master's or whatever the situation is. I mean, you could become a lawyer or a doctor compared to the years that you would see that you wasted in life. And this is coming from an older person. So I had a few things that I wanted to talk about. So, like I said, yeah, y'all leaving us to struggle by ourselves to take care of the family. Um, so, like I said, you can try to be a rapper. Everybody and their mama is a rapper. So, what you need to do is to try to get you a skill or go get you a degree and learn how to be professional and learn how to run a business and have a way out. You understand what I'm saying? Because you might be 20 when you start, or you might be 16 when you start rapping or something like that, but the years go by fast. Next thing you know, 10 years will pass and you'll be like 30. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, how long you going to be trying in this situation? In 10 years, you could have done studied and became a lawyer. You could have been studied and became a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Or you could have had a bachelor's or a master's degree in some industry, other industry that you're interested in. Okay, so yes, it does make if you get a hit song off, it does um, appear to make artists, rich and famous. How likely are you going to, to get that hit off? And then if you get one hit, is that really enough? Is that going to pay off all your debts that the label fronted you? You understand what I'm saying? You're already signing a contract, exclusively turning over all your rights and stuff like that to your masters and stuff. So, unless you have a big buzz and you can negotiate distribution or whatever the situation is, or unless you have the type of money that it takes, to market yourself, which is, a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta, you know, be talented. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot to be independent, and you have to be very wise. So with all of that, coupled with, okay, now I got to be gang affiliated, I got to be shooting, carrying guns, and going to jail, and you understand what I'm saying? It's just too much. It's like the drug game, you know. Instead of falling down like you see everybody else before you, you might as well, you know. I mean, some people dib and dab and they jump right back out and, they go get them an education. You understand what I'm saying? So, I would say, pick up a book, you know, look at other things that you might be interested in and study towards that way so that this way you don't, waste your whole life, you know, trying to do one thing and then you don't be successful and then you be messed up. At least you have something to fall back on, Because they asked Meg Thee Stallion, why is you still in college? You already made it here already. And she's saying that, well, um, maybe I can open up some facilities. You understand what I'm saying? So she understand the business. Now she's not just gonna be a regular worker. She's gonna, open up the, facilities. I forgot exactly what she wanna do, but it's kind of like opening up some homes or some, you know, for her industry. You know. But my big thing, my big question is, and I know the answer. Why would the music industry allow our young black men to come in here and fight against each other? We supposed to be fighting against them, knocking down their doors to get to the money, but they always have it where we end up fighting against each other and knocking each other down, like, you know what I'm saying, upstaging each other, um, to win the praise of the people that's on top. Like, look, I was more powerful than him. I knocked him down, and okay, give me everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like we are not a together community unless we're fighting police brutality, and then everybody get out there, march, and carry signs and say Black Lives Matter. But when we come back home to our community, we scared of each other because, like they say with Takashi 6ix9ine snitching. Okay, it's not looking good for him amongst gang activity, but I'm quite sure the people in the community where um, that gang come from, I'm quite sure those projects or um, that neighborhood was happy that those guys was off the streets. You understand what I'm saying? They was happy that he snitched, so that it cleaned up their community a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, even though he's wrong for being a part of it, giving orders, and then turning around, he don't want to do his time. He just snitched everybody out, and I understand that part too. But I don't even want to delve into that because it's a tit for tat situation. Whereas if we all down together, um, and it's happened to me, we all together in the circle. We all together. I've never been a part of a gang, but amongst friends, we formed a circle, and then if one of the people in my circle I feel did something wrong to me or violated me, then I want to get back too. So uh, in this situation, I feel like he was offered the deal because he got more to benefit to have a short sentence to come back out and regain his celebrity status and to you know make millions. You know what I'm saying? Continue to earn money as a celebrity. So yeah, uh, he don't want to be in jail with the guys that kidnapped him. You understand what I'm saying? So um, but they was doing a lot of stuff for him too, which he's sweeping that under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Anytime he you know offered money, to do something like they did with Chief Keef, there was always somebody that was willing to do it for the money. So that's just how niggas is. They just money hungry. So he was giving orders, and he knew he had the guys around him that would take the deal. So, you know what I'm saying? So he just ended up, doing an outpour and ratting everybody out. But those guys is older. They should have known better. They got families and wives and women, and you know, once you was coming into a professional business, you should have wanted to stay professional, opposed to dragging, uh, being affiliated, mixing the stuff with it. You should have parted with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to part with it when you come into the music industry and everybody else is affiliated to some kind of gang. So you have to come with some kind of strength. You know what I'm saying? So It's just it's just a no-win situation. You know what I'm saying? It's a no-win situation. You know, because if you come without a team, then they could walk over you. You know, niggas will, oh, you ain't got nobody. You know, you're not affiliated with nobody, so you know, we could just slap you up anytime we want to. You know what I'm saying? So, the industry is given the impression that you have to have gang ties and come in, you know, being affiliated with a gang and being strong. You know, so my thing is, I don't know why the music industry would accept this kind of behavior that's been going on for a long time. It's almost like they are the ones that's holding the life insurance policy for the artists. So if they end up getting killed, they don't care that they're insured or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you give an artist money up front, it's probably some kind of toe tag, on your life, you know. So if something happened to you, your music, people gonna be clicking onto your music. You're gonna blow up bigger, and they probably have a insurance policy on their money. You understand what I'm saying? That they front you. So, I agree with FBG Doc's mother that she chose not to retaliate. First of all, her family's on the losing end. She don't want to lose any more sons, brothers, or kids in her, the boys in her family, or any the females, or bring any danger to herself by trying to fight and retaliate. You understand what I'm saying? It's no reason why she should bring her life into her son's activity. You understand what I'm saying? You can't, be my son or my nephew or anybody, and then you be involved with a gang, and you end up getting killed by the opposition, and then I supposed to what come, out of my life and retaliate and get caught up in the streets where I don't want to be bothered with, anymore. Like most of us older people, what the young people don't understand, we already been hanging out there. We already survived a lot of street stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't want to come back to it. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever you get yourself involved with, that's you. You understand what I'm saying? That's you. Um, I'm not coming out to fight any street wars or retaliate or anything like that. So if you choose to indulge in gang activity, that's your life. That's not my life. You understand what I'm saying? So, don't expect and think that people gonna avenge your death. You know what I'm saying? Because people got their own life. You know what I'm saying? You grow up. You're supposed to get older, grow up out of that situation, become professional, and try to show the young ones, how to get this money the right way. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody gotta grow up and excel and learn, and you know learn how to open up the books and put together businesses, and it's not really worth it. It just turns out, like when you're younger, you want to be hanging out and with your friends and going out and going to clubs, and maybe standing in front of the building and doing all that stuff like that. But at a certain point and stuff like that, once you start having kids and grandkids and all of that stuff, and you be getting older and stuff like that, you don't really want to take those risks no more. Like you took when it was only you. Okay, it was only me. I didn't have no kids. I'm running around, hanging out, going through this community, going through this dangerous building, and going through places where I know I might not make it home. You understand what I'm saying? But once I had my kids, once I had my daughter, now I have a granddaughter, you know, I gotta make it home. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, see my kids, age up, and so that they, and teach them so that they could survive in this world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing this without the fathers. You know, my daughter's father passed away. My granddaughter's father in jail. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just left to be the man and the woman, in the household. You understand what I'm saying? So, in order for this situation to clean up, the men is gonna have to show respect to, the black men gonna have to show respect to the black woman, and the man respect for the black woman. You're gonna have to start loving your mother. No matter how we look with the nappy hair or whatever the situation, you're not dating us. So you could go ahead and date white women, Spanish women, Chinese women, whoever you want to date. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like they are more beautiful than we are, that's fine. But regardless of how ugly we are, you know what I'm saying? You are going to have to demand respect, because the rest of the world, the rest of the nationalities is not gonna really respect your overall community until you show respect for your mother and your family. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to really, I didn't want this video to go that long either. Um, but it's getting out of hand. It's getting crazy. Um, you know, Brooklyn has always been like, I guess, more gun ho than all the other boroughs. Yeah, the Bronx could be gun ho, but I was born and raised here, so I feel a little bit more comfortable here. But it seemed like the Chicago drill music is being adopted by, Brooklyn, our borough in New York City of Brooklyn, and now they're starting to do a lot of, more and more. The crime rate is higher. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're doing more killing each other and stuff like that. And that's just too much. That's too much to ask. To be out here fighting and protesting, for Black Lives Matter, and asking, white people to not be racist and prejudice, when we racist and prejudice, and not liking each other. You know what I'm saying? That's even the worst look, that we'll cut each other down for nothing. You understand what I'm saying? For nothing. So I don't know. We gonna see. You know, a lot of people is criticizing Vladtv for, seem like promoting um, the violence, or, constantly talking about it, putting it on his website and stuff like that. And, everybody want to get to Vlad. So once you get an interview with Vladtv, it's like you made it. Once you get on Vladtv, other niggas is going to be jealous. You know what I'm saying? And then you start talking about your street cred, and, what you did in the past, and blah, 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 blah. And you're talking about this, that, and the other. And then the next guy want to say, oh, he made it. Oh, he not nothing. I could take him down. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be up on Vlad. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Vladtv is like the platform now. You know what I'm saying? So everybody is, you know, um, fighting for their fame. You understand what I'm saying? But I guess the situation out in Chicago is getting, um, trying to squash uh, the beefs is hard because so many bodies dropped. You know what I'm saying? So many bodies dropped, so it's very difficult. So I would say I agree with Trump. I'm sorry. You know, in order for the women and the kids to start feeling safe again and stuff like that, he got to send in whoever, National Guards, the feds, whoever, the military, to chill that out. You know what I'm saying? Chill that out because um, mothers and grandmothers gotta raise the young ones. You know what I'm saying? And when a woman give birth, you don't want to have to put colors on your baby. It's to the point where you're gonna have to put colors on your baby because when you send your kids to school, they gotta be affiliated. You understand what I'm saying? Or else they're gonna be picked on and outcast. So I'm gonna leave it on that note, and I've seen something where a little 8-year-old girl, was she 8 or 5? Where was it Labor Day or 4th of July? One of those days, and they killed the little girl, the twin. It's just too much gunplay going on out here. It's very dangerous. And most of these guys that get guns, you didn't have no training practice. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have no aim and training practice. So innocent people you're taking innocent people's lives and stuff like that too. And I feel like before we continue to march on, we need to get in house together. It's like really like save our souls. It's like really getting. It's just like a disaster, like the coronavirus, or whatever them hurricanes that be coming that be destroying everything. It's a real disaster in the black community. The gang activity, the black on black violence. It's like how they asking for anybody else to respect them when they don't care or respect each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say. Like and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. Hit the notification bell, and I'm out. And I've gone long enough.